CXT Extreme Takeover is back with Jeff Allen from Symbols Machine. What's up, Jeff?
I am having a great time here tonight at the CXT headquarters.
I know. It's the headquarters in Coweta, COWETA. We haul hay or whatever it is. I don't know what we're doing. But anyway, so we got all cameras going everywhere. But the thing is, what was up with that song that you were just saying? Like some guy to record the drums and he's not a drummer or something?
Holidays, the song off today.
Yeah, Holiday.
Mike Day. He's a local celebrity.
Guitar kind of working on guys.
Yeah. Everybody knows Mike Day. But yeah, I went to Music Sound World. We needed a drummer. We had fired the drummer that was in the studio. And I said, Mike, I need a drummer. He said, I'll do it. And I was like, yeah, right. And he said, no, I'll do it. And he did it. He did a great job. He recorded 2 songs. So hi, Mike. Hi, Mike Day.
Okay, but like, not trying to cut anybody down, but so Adrian didn't do all the songs on that?
All but one. All but that one.
What's this song about? I mean, give yourself a minute.
What, this song?
Yeah, give yourself a minute to think about it.
Oh, I know what it's about. This song is actually for Alexis Alexander, Adrian's daughter. And this was the first of the kids that got born, you know, my daughter and all that. So Alexis was first, right?
Yeah.
And so I wrote this song for her, New Beginnings. Well, I wrote it for the occasion. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's cool. I love it. But the thing is, I need to tell everybody, Jeff Allen is so, okay, let's just say it right here. He's the most prolific songwriter in the Tulsa area for a long time. That's what I'm going to say. But anyway, whatever. Mike Vines, all you guys, I love you. But, you know, it's a long time we've been together. Like, we were in a band together, and I was like, we jammed with this drummer. His name was Tim Coopy at the start.
Tim.
And then the thing is, I said, how long you been with Tim? And he said, how long you been with Tim? I was like, I thought he was in the band. He was so tight. And, you know, remember?
Jet Black. And then Shane Taylor came along.
Yeah. So our singer was like, oh my God. But anyway, so then we saw a fucking poster that we'll worry about that later. Like, you know, Jet Black looking for a bass player at Music Sound World. And I was like, oh, it's destiny. So I got in Doxy, then he got on Doxy, and then Adrian. It's a long story, but anyway.
Basically, it comes down to Dave left the band.
Oh. Yeah, like Dave always does. But, you know, here's what I'm thinking. It's like, what I want to ask you is one thing is like, remember that time that we had a lot of old school days together, me and him?
A lot.
Yeah, so remember that time that I was like driving through a neighborhood like 11 miles an hour and I said, yeah. And you were like, yeah. And you're like, I was like, just get the hell out. And so you just opened the door and just, 11 miles an hour, whatever it was. I'm breaking that number up, but it was 22. You thought I could walk this, and you went.
Yes, it happened.
How do you remember that?
I remember just rolling out the car and just get out, okay. And I opened the car door and there it was.
So I remember one time.
Kids are silly.
Kids are silly, yes. But here's another thing. I think you were there, but if not, you're going to say, yeah, this is exactly, I remember this is like kind of your thing. So one of my first few gigs with Doxy when I was a big hair metal guy. So
Still it.
we go to Nebraska and we're playing at Dignity Mart and whatever.
I wasn't in the band at that time.
Oh, but when...
But I heard the stories.
It's the same thing.
It's
You
a great
know
story.
the story. You've been to the same place. Okay, so we go to this motel / and we're staying there, and then this Arab guy, no offense to that, so he's like, hey, don't be stealing my pillows. So you've been taking this guy with one leg, and you got this guy, I don't know what's going on. So anyway.
I'd be watching you got the...
Yeah, this is Kevin Bunch's version of this. I've been watching you boys. I don't know what your problem is. So anyway, so at one point the bus broke down. The blue bus. You remember the blue bus?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nobody liked the blue bus.
Getting all this
Oh yeah.
ready.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I already heard that Bones Barkus and them had their own version of the blue bus or green bus or whatever, right?
Was it Bones Burgess or yeah, it was Bones Burgess, right? 'Cause that's more.
Nasty
that's,
Attraction.
that was Rigdon, Mark Rigdon.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Okay, so anyway, so we're there in Nebraska at another point in time. They all blur together. So
Jeff, look this way.
I'm standing there in the diner. The bus is broke down. There's 8 feet of snow out there. And I'm standing there in the. They had a little telephone booth in the little diner because there's nowhere else. We don't have money. We can't buy a sandwich. So I'm standing there sleeping, trying to sleep standing up in the booth. And Adrian comes up and goes, Steve, what are you doing? I go, all I need is a cold biscuit and a place to sleep. Sit down, sleep, whatever. Adrian thought that was the funniest.
It was.
It wasn't that funny, but he thought it was, and that's so precious to me.
That saying has lived on to this day.
Yeah, it has
It's
lived on
been
to
used
this day.
several times.
But anyway, let's talk a little bit about some civils. Here's a spinning wheel.
This is
And
whatever
then-
happened to love.
Well, I call it spinning wheel.
Well, you can call it that.
I call it that. So you call it whatever you want. And let's talk out for a
I'll
minute.
call it the name of the song.
Maybe we have a little couple 3-minute section after this. Let's just let Jeff talk, because Jeff is the Jeffness of the Jeffness.
Hey, so what do you want to know? Any question from the audience, please? Yes, over here. I can't hear them. Can we get a microphone out to the? Oh, you want to know that story? All right. So we're telling stories. So we're in. This was Junction City, Kansas. No, Junction City, Kansas.
Okay.
And this is Doxy days, and we were at a what was it? A
Diner,
Denny's or IHOP. Well, they didn't. Did they have IHOP back then?
whatever they have.
I don't know. Let's Google it. Have the guy Google it. Anyway, so we went in. It's 4 in the morning because I have to load out at the club and everything else. And then we came in and we sat down and ate. And we're in still full glam makeup garb.
But it's all sweaty and
Yeah.
And we go into this place and it's packed.
Yeah.
People everywhere. And we sat down and ate. And then we get done and we go to pay for the meal, I think at the front. And Kevin Bunch, he said something to Ted, because Ted was there too. He said something, and one of the guys at the bar, the sit-down part, said, "Them was dudes!"
Yeah. They were like,
no. I remember as one guy said, "What time is it?" Kevin Bunch, which he's pretty hot when he's all fixed up, right? But once he got tired, he goes, "It's about 2:45," and he goes, "Them are dudes, man. Those are dudes." They thought we were girls.
And he was right. We were dudes.
we were dudes, and we still
Absolutely.
are.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I'm just gonna say
We still are. Yeah. They haven't. Yeah. You haven't lost yours, right?
No, I think we're still dudes, but I'm just saying we got spinning wheel going here. Which
Yeah. All right. Here's a story about
which
that.
says-
Here's a story about this song right here. Whatever happened to love. And now this song. Okay, we're rockers, right? We're heavy metal and all this. But this song was one I wrote, and it just comes out, and that's why we're so civil.
I don't understand.
Anyway, so
now I do.
there's a female on here named Chantel, maybe something to that effect,
That works in food.
and she couldn't sing, but she's on here singing. The amount of money that I had to pay the studio to get her to sound okay, to get what she recorded was immeasurable. And so it took about 3 hours to bury her enough in the mix and even try with some studio equipment to get her voice in pitch. Simon would have been really like, get her out of here. So, but we needed that female voice on this, and she was the only one around at that time. Chantel?
I think Sean.
Chevelle.
Chevelle.
I love Chevelle.
But I'm not even trying to take it over. What I'm trying to say is, like, talking about with Jeff stuff, and these days when I were not there, I was raising my daughter. It's all good. I did the do, and then I did the do. But in the middle,
Deserves such praise for that.
I know, but like in the middle, it was like when I first heard Sybil's, you know.
And hi, Tabitha, by the way.
Yeah, to Tabitha Greeno. But I mean, it was like Sid Falk from Overkill, from Paul Diano's Battle Zone. I don't know if you knew he was from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, and Kevin Bunch was on. The first thing I heard was "Make You Cry More." Not the greatest song they ever did. That's not what I'm saying, but it was great. It was like little kids and there was monkeys singing and there was like pigeons.
We brought in a whole children's choir.
Children's? No, I'm
from
not kidding.
the Broken Arrow School.
Because the guy is like insane with when we record something, it's gonna sound right. So I'm just telling you, if you think Sybil's, that's cool. No, I'm just telling you, prolific songwriter. So maybe we could put on the next album. I don't know, but let's see what this is about. Yeah.
This is Seeds. That's what the song is.
Okay, so
Which has one of my
Anyway.
most favorites.
okay, let's go.
My most. Give me that mic.
No, it's cool.
Don't make me put you in a
No,
headlock
because
again.
I don't
Anyway.
know nothing about birth and know nothing.
We did work that out, me and Dave. He, in case you didn't see the promo, you should watch the promo because he's. You hit me, bro.
I'm bad.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a
You
bad
hit
app.
me with
And
a box of
I'll do
mac
it
and
again
cheese.
with the Stitcher CD that we were on.
We were on the movie. Sybil's Machine is actually on the movie.
Right here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's pull it down here. Actually, we had a song in this movie, "Crowded Room," baby.
Anyway,
Theme song.
The version with Travis on drums. Okay, so
go
I
ahead.
didn't know there was a virgin.
it's a version with "My Fist Up Your Booty Butt." Remember that version?
I do remember that one.
Okay. So anyway, go ahead. So now your song is over. Talk about the next song.
Oh, but I will say,
He does 23 songs per album.
well, this one had 33, I believe. I believe 33,
Here we go. The
and
next
and the first one had 15.
Okay,
So,
Mom,
and then
put
the
next
second,
album.
and then the third Sybil's Machine album had 7. You see? You see how
It's because we didn't have no money by then.
it all balances out? No, I think it was more of a reason because we just got rid of the fluff and made just the.
Yeah.
But I gotta say this on Seeds. If anybody has the guitar lead that's in between the verses, I think, and at the end, I think, yes. My most favorite solo of that with wah pedal that I've ever done. It's not no. But your babies, you think, yeah. But anyway, it's my favorite because it's so Brian May-ish. If you listen to it, it just sounds like Brian May would
That's
write
cool.
that. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Which
why
is the greatest guitars ever.
he's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
But I mean,
The thing is so weird. Like, I mean, Jeff can talk about it all day long. It's cool. We want to hear him do it more than me. But as a fan, I'm like weird. I'm like, I was in Doxy, I know Jeff, and then I'm in Sybil's version 2. But in Sybil's version 1, I was just a fan. I was like, your songwriting is like, and I'm just here. Sit down and listen to songs by Searching for Sanity, Sybil's Machine. Doxy is cool, but Doxy sounds a little bit dated. Sybil's and Searching for Sanity, they don't. It's just like some of the best songwriting out. So
We're on the first album, right?
I'm not. Well, I guess you put it back on the first album. I don't know. That's my way. Whatever you do.
And I'm gonna correct you. I'm gonna correct you here because this song is version 1. This is Tom King and Caleb Johnson on drums.
oh really?
Tom King on bass, and that's who was the original. Well, actually, there was a little bit one before that with Ted on drums, Ted Cole, yeah, and Tom King. And then Ted left, and then we got Caleb, who went on to Zodi and started that with Steve. And so this is version 1. So you're actually in version 3, version 3.0. And the 2.0 is the one most people around this area know, which is Mark and Scott and Adrian. And then it turned into Travis on drums, the man. And so I just wanted to get that out there.
No, all I'm saying is like most people only know, I mean not only know, but Civils by Crowded Room. That's cool. But all I'm saying is whose side you're on. I love that song. It's a little bit slower, it takes a while to build up, but to me it's a strong one. I feel like it's almost in that level. I don't know why in the later years when we were doing Civils version 2, you didn't really want to play it live because I guess not sad. I just mean what was the reason for that?
I don't remember. But I could say it was probably because of newer material that I wanted more than that. But it was it basically what was I gonna say about it? Do you know? Anyway, it was whose side? Well, that's it's I know what I was gonna say about it. This came straight out of Motley Crue John Corabi album. That's where it was that's what I was listening to at the time. That and Knocking at Your Back Door by Deep Purple probably. But if you listen to it, it kind of has that Motley Crue era of the John Corabi album.
Like a little bit
Not
tuned down,
minutes.
heavier.
Yeah, and that's where I was wanting to go in that direction that they were at just when I started singing. And here's another little tidbit. Let's give us tidbits.
No, let's do tidbits.
Let's do tidbits.
Tidbits.
It could be a segment on the CXT. Anyway,
Tidbits.
and so Lord Almighty, help us.
We like
And
tidbits.
so when I started Sybil's Machine, speaking of Sid Falk, so Sid Falk was and he was producing Sybil's Machines. He did the first album. He also did Doxy. Did he do 2 albums?
1 or 2. I think
Well, we did a couple of different studios and songs.
so
Kitty
at
Kitty
least 1.
and True Love was Sid Falk producing. But Sid had lived with me for a couple of years, and at the end of Doxy, when I left Doxy, then I basically was getting out of the music business, and I couldn't because it's just in here, man.
Yeah. Too much.
So, but Sid came to me right after I decided I'm going to do Sybil's Machine. Right after I put it together in my head and
He's
was
like, oh,
he came to me right after
it's
it.
a nightmare.
And he said, I got these guys out of Texas that are up and coming. And he asked me if I wanted to be part of the group because they needed a guitar player. And they were actually a 3-guitar band. And he had told them, this guy can write and he can play, and so you should check it out. And I turned him down because of Sybil's. There's a band called Screw. You ever heard of Screw?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I could have been in that band. I could be big. I could be huge.
Damn it.
But I chose Sybil's Machine. That's how dedicated I am to the Sybil. Anyway, Dave, you were saying?
No, only thing I want to say it's not even like an interruption because Jess, my boy, and like we could go on and on, and I'm just gonna tell you
We
right
will.
here at CXT we're gonna have Jeff back many times. He's just like a never, let's call it a Hall of Fame guest because there's so many stories. Like I can remember the time, and I don't really remember. Just like you said, maybe you were not in the band yet because it was me, and then it was you, and then it was Adrian, and then it was Chicken Butt. No, Kevin's already in, so that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Anyway, so
But there was 2 guitar players when I started those.
yeah, Todd Webb.
No. There was. Remember when Todd was leaving?
Todd was leaving.
I mean, he wasn't yet.
Not yet.
We came to practice, and they had that other guy, Richard,
Richard Monkey
guitar
Head.
player.
Yeah, he was good.
And we were going to be.
He's like, oh my
I
god.
have no idea. No, I really don't.
Okay, so it was. I think his name was Richard, and I think he's friends on Facebook. So he'll back me up on
22
this.
minutes.
Not even.
You don't remember this?
No, I don't.
When I joined Doxy, Well, I didn't even join yet. I was trying out.
Yeah.
For
You had
Doxy.
2 guitars?
We had 2 guitar players. And I'll tell you
I
the
need
reason
a
why.
shot.
The reason why is because I wasn't good enough yet.
No, I know.
Because you were
No,
young.
no. What do you mean?
No, I mean,
You had to learn.
anyway,
You were young. You had to learn.
Yeah.
But you were so good. But you had to tune your guitar.
I didn't know the song list.
No, but you were. Oh my God! You had the passion. I knew, and Kevin knew you were going to do it. I mean, come on.
But and yeah, I mean, I had. So I tried out, and Richard was there, and we did a double guitar thing. And basically, they said, "Yeah, let's go this direction." And then I went from that practice because that finally told me I need to get on the move here.
Yeah.
That day to the next practice, where we were still trying out.
like a week later.
No, it was like 3 days later. I learned every song on the song list, solos and all, and learned all the originals, the doxies that you guys had put out, Let It Rock,
Yeah.
the Let It Rock EP. And I learned all of that. Went back to the next practice, and Shine, just tore it up. And they said, we don't need this other guy now. And they fired.
I know, but I remember like the thing is when Jeff got in, like that's the specifics. My thing is like a little bit more like basic. Like I remember Kevin was like, he's got it, he's the guy, he's this, he's that, But he's young and everything. He was like, you actually couldn't even get to the clubs. Remember when we started playing clubs?
Well,
Right.
I mean, I came in with the band to make sure
You
I
were
got
like
in.
16 or
No,
17.
I was 17 when I was the light guy. Remember when I started?
Yeah.
And then I think I was probably actually 18 when I started playing shows.
No, you were 17 and a half, but whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, but
24 minutes.
the thing is, Jeff just had to get his tuning down because back in the day, Doxy tuned way low, and it's a long story, but anyway.
Actually ahead of their time.
Yeah, they were ahead of the time. They were tuning way down and everything.
And
But
then,
anyway.
and then the year 2000 came around, and everybody's tuning down to where Doxy was.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like it was crazy, but anyway, a little quick story, then we're gonna cut you off. Like I think it was I don't remember if Jeff was in it with a time that we went to play in Nebraska. No, it was when Todd was in the band. Todd was like, we played in Nebraska? What's going on in Nebraska? There's nothing except snow. So they have a stripper and a comedian and a band. So the stripper came back with all her stuff, and Todd was like this here. And we were like, Todd, calm down, calm down. We were like, anyway, we played, we kicked the butt. That's one of the first songs and first gigs I did with Doxy. But anyway, okay, we gotta cut you off. It's getting late. We did 23 minutes and 23 seconds, and my producer's about to kill me. So, Jeff, tell me you're gonna come back. Oh, we're playing Crowded Room. No, look it up. SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, Sybil's Machine, right?
Right, but you'll hear the version, not this version. This is the first album version, and then in 2000 we recorded it again with Travis on drums. And the trivia of this is, if anybody can answer this, who was the name of the girl that got cut out of this song for the second version?
It's funny because I don't even know that.
And you'll win a box of Cinnamon
Mac and cheese.
mac and cheese.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is I don't even know that. But I mean, the thing is, it was just a cooler version. The editors kind of cut it down, which that's not always cool, but
The editor's name was Mark, by the way.
really. But anyway, it just came out with yeah. Just that's the best part of the song. Now when we hear the old version, it doesn't suck. That's not what I'm saying. But just go, come on, let's get that version going.
Yeah, I mean, just like watching the Flintstones.
Yeah.
And then watching the Flintstones movie years later.
Yeah, it's way
Which
better.
is way better.
Yeah.
You don't want to hear that old version anymore. All right, we are CXT. We'll see you next week. Jeff's going to be back.
Peace.
Thank you. Later.
Thank you.